The cold open, a car engine hums in the dark. The dashboard clock reads 2:47 a.m. Headlights cut through the quiet streets. Inside, a young woman grips the wheel, her knuckles white. Beside her, her boyfriend sleeps, unaware of the tension that brought them here. The GPS announces, in 45 minutes, arrive at destination. She exhales, her breath fogging the window. She knows her dad will see the receipts tomorrow. Chapter 1, the promise she promised her dad she'd respect his house, his rules. No boyfriends in her room. Not until marriage. She kept that promise for years. But now, at 22, with a serious boyfriend, she's asking for one night. One night before a 6 a.m. flight. Her dad said no. Not in your room. Guest room only. She said no to that. So she drove. 45 minutes at 3 a.m. A choice that feels right, but leaves her wondering, am I the asshole? Chapter 2, the setup. The apartment is small, but it's hers. Rent paid on time, no drama. Her boyfriend has his own place too, but it's farther. The parents' house is 20 minutes from the airport. Perfect. Free parking. Free ride. Free everything. Except the guest room rule. Her mom is cool with it. Her dad isn't. Not under my roof, he said. She gets it. She really does. But she's 22. She's not a kid. She's been with this guy for years. She's never asked for this before. And her younger brother? 17, with his 17-year-old girlfriend, behind closed doors. No questions asked. But for her? Guest room or nothing. Chapter 3, the inciting incident. She texts her dad, "We'll stay at my place." His reply comes fast. Why? She explains. He gets mad. You're making a big deal out of nothing. She feels the weight of that. Is she? She's driving 45 minutes at 3 a.m. She's keeping her boyfriend in the dark. She's lying by omission. But she's also standing her ground. For the first time. And it's scary. Chapter 4, attempts to resolve. She calls her mom. He's just being old school, her mom says. He trusts you. He just doesn't trust the situation. She calls her boyfriend. Hey, we're staying at my place tonight. Early flight. He's fine. No drama. No questions. But she's the one carrying the guilt. She's the one who sees her dad's face every time she closes her eyes. The disappointment. The betrayal. She hates it. Chapter 5, the midpoint reveal. She pulls into the apartment parking lot. 3:32 a.m. The receipt for the gas is in her glove box. $28.75. The timestamp, 2:58 a.m. She saved it. Like evidence. Like she needs proof she did this. That she chose this. That she's not the bad guy. But the receipt doesn't show the argument. Doesn't show the tears. Doesn't show the way her dad's voice cracked when he said, "I just want you to respect me." Chapter 6, the second escalation. The next morning, her dad texts. You could have just told me. She replies, I tried. His next message, you drove 45 minutes at 3 a.m. That's not safe. She wants to scream. It's not about safety. It's about trust. It's about being treated like an adult. It's about her brother getting a pass while she gets the guest room. But she doesn't scream. She types, I'm sorry. And she is. But she's not sorry she drove. Chapter 7, the climax. The flight is smooth. The vacation is great. But the weight of that drive doesn't lift. She keeps the gas receipt in her wallet. A reminder. A trophy. A shame. When she gets home, her dad is waiting. We need to talk. She braces. He pulls her into a hug. I love you. I trust you. I just want what's best for you. She nods. She knows. But she also knows she won't be staying in the guest room next time. Chapter 8, The Aftermath. Weeks later, the gas receipt is still in her wallet. She shows it to her boyfriend. I drove 45 minutes at 3 a.m. because I didn't want to stay in separate rooms. He looks at her. You could have just told me. She smiles. I know. But she didn't. Because some things you have to do alone. Chapter 9, The Moral Debate. Was she wrong? She respected her dad's house, his rules, for years. But at 22, with a serious relationship, is it fair to ask for a little trust? Her dad's rule is clear. No boyfriends in her room. But her brother got a pass. Is that fair? She drove 45 minutes at 3 a.m. Is that irresponsible? Or is it a sign she's growing up? Is she the asshole for not respecting her dad's wishes? Or is he the asshole for not respecting her? Chapter 10, The Specific Judgment. CTA. So here's the question, if you're 22, in a serious relationship, and your dad says your boyfriend can't stay in your room, only the guest room, would you drive 45 minutes at 3 a.m. to avoid it? Or would you stay, respect the rule, and sleep on the couch? What's the right call? You decide. Chapter 11, The Family Reaction. The fallout from that 3 a.m. drive didn't just stay between her and her dad. It rippled through the family, exposing old wounds and new fractures. Her younger brother, the one who'd had his girlfriend over without question, didn't even bat an eye when she told him. Dude, dad's just old school, he said, shrugging. You're the first one who's ever pushed back. His girlfriend, sitting next to him, nodded in agreement. It's not fair, she muttered. He trusts you but not you? Her mom, ever the mediator, tried to smooth things over. Your dad loves you, she said over the phone. He just wants what's best. But her mom's voice was tight, like she was choosing her words carefully. She didn't say it outright, but the implication hung there, he's being unreasonable, and we both know it. Her boyfriend, still in the dark about the full extent of the drama, just looked confused when she finally told him. So you drove 45 minutes at 3 a.m. because of a guest room? He asked. Couldn't you just have told me? I would have slept on the couch. She laughed, but it was hollow. It's not about where you sleep, she said. It's about being treated like an adult. Chapter 12, The Counterargument. Her dad had his own side of the story, and it wasn't just about rules. He'd grown up in a different time, where respect meant obedience. I'm not saying you're not an adult, he told her over dinner a week later, his voice steady but weary. I'm saying I'm still your father. And in this house, my word is law. He leaned forward, his hands folded on the table. Your brother? He's 17. He doesn't know any better. But you? You do. And that's why I expect more from you. He brought up the receipt she'd kept, $28.75, 2:58 a.m. You think I don't see that? He said. You think I don't know you did this on purpose? She didn't answer. She had done it on purpose. But it wasn't just about defiance. It was about dignity. I just wanted to be treated like you treat him, she said finally. Like you trust me. Her dad's face darkened. Trust isn't given, he said. It's earned. And you just drove 45 minutes at 3 a.m. to prove a point. That's not trust. That's rebellion. Chapter 13, The Aftermath. The vacation went on as planned. The flight was smooth, the trip was fun, but the tension lingered like a storm cloud. When she got back, her dad was waiting, arms crossed. We need to talk, he said. She braced for another lecture, another fight. But instead, he pulled her into a hug. I love you, he said, his voice rough. I trust you. I just want what's best for you. She nodded, but she knew this wasn't over. Not really. Weeks later, the gas receipt was still in her wallet. She showed it to her boyfriend, who just shook his head. You could have just told me, he said again. She smiled, but it was bittersweet. I know, she said. But some things you have to do alone. Chapter 14, The Moral Debate. Was she wrong? She'd respected her dad's rules for years. But at 22, with a serious relationship, was it fair to ask for a little trust? Her dad's rule was clear, no boyfriends in her room. But her brother got a pass. Was that fair? She drove 45 minutes at 3 a.m. Was that irresponsible? Or was it a sign she was growing up? Her dad saw it as defiance. She saw it as standing her ground. He wanted control. She wanted respect. And somewhere in the middle, the line between right and wrong got blurrier than either of them wanted to admit. Chapter 15, The Specific Judgment Question. So here's the question: if you're 22, in a serious relationship, and your dad says your boyfriend can't stay in your room, only the guest room, would you drive 45 minutes at 3 a.m. to avoid it? Or would you stay, respect the rule, and sleep on the couch? What's the right call? You decide.